Link, I'm overcome. We've got all the elements now. Now we can revive the Sacred Blade. You'll have Princess Zelda back to normal in no time. Hey there, everyone. This is Chaotic Teal, and welcome to what should be the finale of The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. Last time, we trekked through the Palace of Winds, got ourselves the Rock's Cape, one of my favorite items in any Zelda game. And now... well, we still can't just waltz in. We gotta infuse our sword with the remaining wind element. Fortunately, these guards have zero concept of sound. So, loudly rolling past them does not harm us in any way. Fair warning, we are pretty much immediately going to try and wrap up side quest stuff once we get the opportunity. So, expect further detours. And we have the last element. And with that, we now have the Force Sword. Focus power on our blade and release to fire a beam, which we can use to break Vati's curse and restore the people of Hyrule. Also that thing. It seems that forging the Sacred Blade somehow opened the doorway. It must lead to the room that holds the secret of the Light Force. Link, we must go inside. So now, anytime we charge up our spin attack, we get another little beam. It doesn't deal damage. It's strictly for curse breaking. But it's kind of neat. How interesting. Look at the images on the stained glass. I bet those pictures show us where the Light Force is hidden. A long, long time ago, when the world was on the verge of being swallowed by shadow, a tiny Picori appeared from the sky, bringing the hero of men a sword and a golden light. With wisdom and courage, the hero drove out the darkness. When peace had been restored, the people enshrined that blade with care. And the force of the golden light, embodied in Hyrule's princess, shone forth upon the lands. So that's what it means. Eslo, you really are too kind. First you give me my magic cap, and then you guide me here. You've been far too generous, but now I no longer have any use for you. At last, finally know the location of the Light Force. Link, wake up! Can't you wake up, Link? Vati disguised himself as the king to search for the light force. When he learned of this place, he waited for us to reforge the blade. If that stained glass is accurate, Princess Zelda holds the light force. Vati will do whatever it takes to steal that power from her. If he succeeds, we may never be able to return the princess to normal. We've wasted too much time, Link. We must stop Vati. So first of all, yes, there's urgency. No, we're not going to respect it. Sorry to break the narrative tension. But I love that in this moment of truth... Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that you could check that. But in this moment of truth, we get not only a callback to the intro, but the source of the stained glass that was used in the intro, and that last missing piece. I love that in particular so much as a narrative beat. Because every Toon-style Zelda game has started with some kind of illustrative or artistic introduction, but while some of them have given a physical explanation for them or made a callback to them in the credits, none of them, other than Minish Cap, directly used them as the delivery method or the final piece of the puzzle, so to speak. What is this? What happened here? They've been turned to stone. All of them. The minister and the guards. Everyone in the castle, just like Princess Zelda. This can only be the work of that evil Vati. What cruelty! Link, we must use the power of the Sacred Force Sword to undo this evil. Thank you. You're the one who returned me to normal, aren't you? I don't know how you did it, but I can't thank you enough. Listen, have you seen how strange the king has been lately? It's because it's not the king at all. It's Vati. He's taken over the castle. One by one, he turned us all to stone. Everyone cursed by his evil magic. When the monsters arrived, even paralyzed, I saw it all. I only pray it's not too late to undo his evil. Link, we need your help. Vati took our petrified princess to the roof of the castle. He must be planning something fiendish. You must stop him. The real King of Hyrule must be locked up somewhere in the castle. Please find him. As soon as we've recovered, we'll start looking too. Oh, is this really Hyrule Castle? I can't believe it. What's happened here? Vati's magic has grown more powerful than I'd imagined. The King and Zelda are in danger, Link. Let's go. Just to gush even more. And first of all, we cannot get out this way. But actually, this is a restocking room. It's got fairies, it's got arrows, it's got bombs. So we're gonna fill up a little bit while I gush. This is also, to my memory, the only Zelda game where final dungeon is some place that the start of the game is accessible and completely safe. I mean, up until Vati took over midway through the story, Hyrule Castle was open and welcoming to Link in particular. This is a place that he has been able to spend time in since childhood. I mean, he's still a child. Kid can't be more than like 12. But I think it's another interesting and heavy note that this final dungeon represents a total violation of safety. Even from the outset, we're ambushed in what is literally called a sanctuary. I mean, Link to the Past has a Dark Hyrule Castle, so to speak, in its opening, and kind of as a midpoint. And that's actually where this theme draws from. But at no point in that story is Hyrule Castle a safe place for the player or the protagonist, where it is an extremely safe place for Link in story and for the player early on. This is where we get the call to adventure. I just like this finale a lot. Also, don't question our ability to shoot sword beams up the stairs. Ooh. That was close. I think we can use the boomerang to get rid of these. Yeah. The less we have to deal with those, the better. It is tiny time. Oh, they're back. They can't really do that much to us when we're this size. They can't even actually hurt us, because they don't deal damage. They just make us unable to swing our sword. And that has never been meaningful when we're this small. Another interesting shout out to Link to the Past is the layout of this dungeon. It perfectly mirrors the dungeon in Link to the Past's Hyrule Castle, down to this being the cell that Zelda is held in. Oh, Link, are you the one who broke the curse and returned me to normal? You've grown quite brave since I last saw you, I must say. Oh, how this castle has suffered while it was under Vati's curse. Is this all the work of one man? As King of Hyrule, I must do something about this villain. But behold, I would only hold you back. Link, you have the Sacred Blade now. We must rely on you. Please, you must find a way to rescue my Zelda. Take this key. You can use it to get out of the castle from the basement. If I were to join you, I fear I would only be a hindrance. Please, Link, you must find a way to save my daughter. This is also one of the only cases where any major character in this franchise has a parental figure. I mean, much less an actual direct parent. And I don't think it's a stretch to say that Minish Cap's King of Hyrule is a better dad than Breath of the Wild's King of Hyrule. I'm shocked that that didn't hit me. It's also worth noting that the Sword Beam only does half the damage that your sword does. Also, check out this map. Check out the second floor. The first and basement floors largely mirror the layout of the Hyrule Castle we're familiar with. The dungeon was never accessible to us, nor was any of the rest of this. It can generally be assumed that the rest of the castle had a fairly similar layout. But we don't see it. By the order of the king, none shall pass. Now, be gone with you. Are you even paying attention? Have you been inside? Go touch carpet. Tell me how things look. Anyway. We've got side quests to do. It's too dangerous here. Go home. So, notably, because this section of the town is blocked off as a Minish, we cannot access the library at all anymore. Oh, hello there. I'm selling creamy, nutritious Lon milk for 100 rupees per bottle. Would you like to buy some? Not right now, thank you. Oh, well, ask me anytime. I'm always right here. Maybe those monsters are why the king has been acting so strange lately. We'll protect you. You can return home safely. Honestly, I kind of wish that... Saw something. Do you think it was maybe a ghost or a monster? I'm not afraid. I'm going to defend Hyrule, no matter what. I kind of wish that monsters would actually show up in the town at any point. Way to go, man. What an awesome day. We already showed him the figures. Everything with a beginning also has an end. Put it another way, all things move towards their end, even from the moment they begin. Hey there, doing well? The castle is covered in darkness. This is the end. Cheers! Yay! Cheers! Race your milk for a toast. Never knew that failing to make dinner would have such consequences. Hyrule Castle has fallen to the darkness. I suppose this is no time to be fusing kinstone pieces, is it? You don't have to call me out like that. My man, have you heard? Everyone? Even the Kuko chick isn't on top of Swiftblade's dojo anymore. I think we have a single-digit number of fusions left. So there's not too much reason for us to just dilly-dally around. I have to see these kids off and get home myself. want to go home. I love school. You kids were along now, you hear? Anyway, like I was saying, because I don't think that I finished the thought, I wish that we saw monsters in the town. I get why we don't, particularly given the town is the only safe space remaining. But with everyone gradually moving indoors during this last act, and with the way that the people are talking about it being dangerous to stay outside, it's kind of unfortunate that we never actually get to see that. Not that I wish ill upon the townspeople. I just think that it would have made for a stronger conclusion if, and really reinforce the thing I was already talking about, that there aren't safe places anymore. Now, I also get why that's not the case. I'm gonna fuse kinstones. Okay, that sounds good. There's one of them. I want to say we only had something like 6 fusions left. What a nap. They fit perfectly, so that's good. Already got the bottle. So... let's... stop by South Hyrule Field and check in with Tinker, just to see exactly how many fusions we have left. Would it kill you to drop hearts? Or even heart singular? Rupees. Thanks, guys. Real helpful. Okay, we've got 5 left. You don't happen to have one, do you? You do. So that's 4 left. I mean, frankly, there is no shot that any of these are going to be useful to us at this point. I'm so glad you're safe, Link. I hear that terrible things are happening over at Hyrule Castle. By the way, have you been using all of the items you've found so far? If you get stuck somewhere, you'll need to try every trick you've got. Just try using everything in your inventory, okay? You'll sort it out. You speak as though we're playing a point-and-click adventure game. stop by... Actually, this could be really good. Oh, if it isn't old Link. Okay. You have already said your piece. Gonna check with the people in this house. There are two other specific NPCs that I think might have remaining fusions. And there's one more that I know where it is. Or at least I'm like 99% certain. Okay. None of you have pieces apart. Or, well, none of you have kinstone fusions. We are still missing some pieces apart. Find yourself in the area again. Drop by and see us. Well, that's what I'm doing. This is actually a great way to get to Begoron, though. You know, I'm taking a 4-story fall. Hey, friendo.
Welcome, Goro. Oh, what a tiny Goron you are. You make this big Goron happy with this unexpected visit to my distant home. And yes, if you should ever accomplish some major feat, well then you should come back and visit me again. Don't forget.
Okay. So we can't do anything here until we've accomplished some major feat. Which is a cute game way to say, beat the game. But first, we've got a little bit more to find. One of the kinstone fusions should be here. It's not. Uh-oh. Okay. I kept the guide handy this entire series. Let me see. What does the guide classify as stage 7? Because it breaks up the kinstone fusions into stages based on how far you are through the game. Oh. Okay, well, this one is just not where I thought it was. Let's head to Minish Woods. The one particular NPC who I've been trying to talk with this whole time. Do you have anything? No. How about you, Gentari? No. Are there you? No? You're good? Okay. Cool. Good talk. So, this Minish will finally give us the time of day. That's interesting. They fit perfectly. I wonder, does that mean we're in for good luck? Okay, you have 2. I thought you did. So that leaves us with 2 left. And that's the one that was so problematic for me. That's funny. The Minish Cap guide that I have is one of Nintendo's official guides. So it's from the days when Nintendo Power was responsible for the player's guides. I actually did have a subscription to Nintendo Power for a while. And then I had a subscription off and on to its pseudo-replacement NF magazine. Actually, yeah, let's check. If we got Kinstone fusions, we don't know where they are. The Krenel Hermit is always a good choice. Okay, first of all, rude. Second of all, that's it. The problem is that the 2 NPCs that I know are pretty much always a reasonable guess are kind of a pain to get to. Okay. That was unnecessary. Okay, I'm not sure what I expected there. Okay. Well. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Shout out to using phrases that nobody has used seriously in at least a decade, if not more. Okay, that was a Dusk Cloud. We'll pick this up while we're here. That's another Kinstone. Ooh, good and rad. We've got to put one of our copies back here so we can actually push the darn block. Let's not keep the ocarina equipped. If memory serves, there is... Okay. Root. Up, left. Up. Right. Up. Up. Oh shoot, I got the order wrong. Okay, well. Let me go. Up. Y. Left. Okay, that was what I messed up. Up, left, up, right. Up. Finally get this treasure chest. Yet another kinstone. That's not the right grave. The right grave is over here. On the right, oddly enough. Hey, friendo, you don't have anything either. Okay. Well. Hey, Dumpy. You got anything for me? Nope. Alrighty. Time to wander around and find the last two Kinstone Fusion. No, and just proof of concept. Just doesn't do anything if it hits an enemy. I had kind of a bad feeling, so we're coming back here. Okay. Taryn? Talon? You really helped me out, Sonny. If you ever want to go to Lake Hylia, use the shortcut behind our ranch. Time to individually talk to all the cows. Please move, thank you. You don't have Kinstone, but I think some of you can. Probably would have been better if I'd just tracked stuff in a spreadsheet. None of the cows have Kinstones, I guess that makes sense. Some of the dogs did, so who knows? Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. I don't suppose you've got one. Nope. Yep, 2 left. Well. Let's check that Minish tunnel that opened up here. It's kind of interesting that this tunnel provides holes that you can drop into. Hey! How'd you find me, kid? You're a real humdinger. So, since you found me, I'm going to give you my #1 treasure. Keep up the good work. The Elder Library gives us an entire heart container. You came back? I was so happy. I was just getting lonely. Except I don't have anything else to give you. Sorry. Well, that's okay. I wasn't sure if Library might also have Kinstone Fusion. What about you? You got anything? Yep. Still 2 left. Stockwell's dog? You got a Kinstone? No. Kid. I have a feeling that did not. There we go. Feeling that the remaining Kinstone fusions are gonna be green ones. In which case, yeah, we've definitely gotten all of the guaranteed green fusions. I think we've got all of the red fusions as well. So most of the red fusions give major items. Do we have that one? Surely we do, right? I've rolled out all the red ones, which means that those Kinstones that we got really aren't helpful at all. Now you drop a heart. No, that's not accessible from this side of Vale Falls anyway. You don't have anything for me. Saw it with my own 2 eyes. There were monsters inside of Hyrule Castle. There were rumors that some people who went to the castle never came back. Can't say this in front of kids. I don't want to alarm them, you know? But Hyrule Castle's been looking pretty weird lately. Can't say exactly what it is, though. It's just different. Strange. Okay. We've definitely taken care of that. Anju, you don't have any more. None of you have more fusions. If you have more fusions, I mean, that wasn't really a check for the dog, but you know, principle of the thing, you don't fuse Kingstones. Wandering guards don't. Already gotten the one from the postman. Yeah. Nothing from you? Okay. What about the Deku Scrub in the cave? Nope. Okay. I think we have every blue Kinstone fusion as well. So we're missing 2 completely random green ones. Let's see. We can become small here. Nothing from either of you. Dog? Okay. No. Please move out of the way of the fireplace. I need to use it. Cat who wants to kill me? Hey, look. I just... Okay. Worth a shot. Bajillion Kuko chicks that all want to kill me? Is that a no? I'm gonna take that as a no. Bread-related Minish? I like eating leftovers, but I just wish business were going better for them. Now more than ever, we all need to get some good luck bread. You know what? I can do that. We'll pay their shop a visit once we're done looking around the town. It's Minish-sized. Fewer and fewer people are coming to buy bread. Can't believe how dangerous it's gotten around here. Yeah, we'll pay them a bit. Okay, can't get across that way. Remember, there are no town Minish on Stockwell's side, but there are some here. I get hungry just from that smell. I want a red hat. Blue hat. Have y'all talked? We're getting more refined just being here. Maybe I should just stay here and never go back home. Our reunion with the Forest Minish is still in full swing. Time to talk to more random Minish. You there. Have you been using the bracelet that makes you strong? Must come in handy. Not as much as you'd think, honestly. They didn't really do too many things with the power bracelet. I'd love to read something a little more romantic next. It's dusky up here, huh? Maybe I should do a little cleaning. Good. My brother loves reading books, and I love pushing my brother's books off the rafters to return them. Farewell. We've got a couple of places we can check up here. Neighbor's house. There's the one Minish living in the wall. Hello. Imagine moving from a musty old mushroom to a fabulous house like this. Like a dream come true. You don't have anything for me. Not that you're only valuable if you can give me things, but... I mean... I'm looking for the last two things here. I don't think it's possible for you to have anything. I'm going all this way just to see if Epona wants to fuse Kinstones. Please buy some Lon milk from me. If you don't, my wagon will be too heavy on the trip home. Epona, you failed me. Wait a minute. You're not supposed to be there. Are you in both places? Do you have a kinstone? The boss is the #1 builder in town. You need a building, you see him. Fair enough. Sure, no, you want to fuse kinstones? Okay. Just checking. Back or left? I mean, I learned that through experience. Nehru? Nope. Monsters could attack at any time. Maybe I shouldn't call my family over. Damp? Marcy? You now have the full collection of the Swordsman newsletter. Well, I guess you must know all kinds of stuff now, huh, Professor? Is she flirting with me? Hard to say. Anyway. Alan still doesn't have anything. This Goron doesn't have anything. Beetle doesn't have anything. Let's buy some bread. Nice, that heals me. Welcome. Okay, you don't have anything to reflect that you're sold out. That's fine. That's interesting. You can't roll in this building. This is no time for games, really, is it? Okay, so I wasn't crazy. One of the cows can have kinstones. Stockwell, my man. No, never mind. Leaving. Maybe Percy has something. Yeah, Percy's on the random list. I don't think we ever actually dealt with this. It's money. Hooray! But can it help us see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Oh, Percy! No! Let's check the mountain, Minish. Would have gone so much easier if I'd tracked this from the start. Nothing from you. I don't think there's anyone down here, but let's check anyway. There's not anyone down here, I was correct. Sorry. Sanctuary is a strange place that borders the human and Minish worlds. The door to the sanctuary opens only once every 100 years. I believe the entrance is somewhere in Hyrule Castle. Nothing from that one. Yeah, well, can any of you fuse kinstones with me? There are genuinely 2 kinstone fusions that we haven't found in the entire kingdom. And none of you have. Need to hurry up and make those shoes for Princess Zelda. Okay, you don't have anything? What about the Minish on your desk? Y'all got anything? Those Pegasus boots will make you want to dash everywhere. It's really fun to run headlong into stuff and really shake things up. My Pegasus boots are so comfortable. They'll make your little piggy squeal with delight. Thanks for wearing my shoes with such pride, valued customer. Okay, but do any of you have kinstones? No. Hey, do you want to fuse kinstones? No? Okay. It seems that even when I cheat, this game still has ways to make completion kind of annoying. We weren't very thorough in Minish Woods. You sure you don't have anything? Okay. You sure you don't have anything? Okay. Nope. Nope. Nothing like barging into people's houses, walking into their face for a moment, and then leaving. Nope. Pickle House Minish? Pico Bloom guy? Nope. Neither are you. Nope. At least there aren't any NPCs you can fuse kinstones with in dungeons. It would be a little funny if this one Minish had all 4 of the last fusions. Okay, no. But nobody in Minish Woods. Unless it's Syrup. Can Syrup fuse kinstones? Yeah. Well, I know where we're going next. Well, again. Bye. Hilariously enough, there is a non-zero chance that we have to go back into Hyrule Castle and fuse kinstones with, like, the king or the minister. This feels like not the time for that. But it would be funny. And it's not like I haven't already defused any narrative tension that this particular story beat could have. You? No. Hey, witch lady, do you have a shining rock that I can hit with another shining rock? No? Nothing? Ah, welcome. Back for Granny's famous red and blue potions? One sip and you're full of energy. Which do you like, dearie, red or blue? Instone? Green? I'm really hoping that these last couple of fusions aren't just in completely random, arbitrary Minish houses. Or, like, the guide says that the Ghost King can have a fusion, and I really just don't want to consider that option. How about you? Sword guy. No. Heal up at this fairy fountain real quick. Let's go ahead and get this while we're over here. Look at how fast we can dig now. Look at that last piece of heart. Holy cow, it's mysterious shells. Neat. Let's check. Single brother number, that one. Because we have never gone back for him. All those brothers look alike, but the one in white isn't really our brother. What I can't figure out is why he tries to dress up like us, though. What about you, random Minish house? You ever check out that watery spot? Was I right? It was weird, huh? Yep. Gotta admit, starting to run out of ideas. We'll try the couple of Sword Masters in the Caster Wilds area. Why is it that even when there's shortcuts, there's nothing, or there's no convenient way to get through this area? Yeah, unfortunately we can't just jump on top of the bridges. The game does not like that. Well, that's nice at least. There's no real need to check the wind ruins. We could go check the Deku Scrub that gave us the grip ring. We can check Greyblade while we're up here. Nope. Nope. At this point, I'm not even sure who's left to check. Mayor Hagen? You don't have any? Okay. Just, making conversation. Well, guess we're going through Royal Valley again. And the Royal Crypt. Check whether a dead guy's got a shiny rock for me. Actually, well, before we do that... Step 1. Check the swordsman down here. Hi. Nope. Second of all... Back into the dungeon. Up the stairs, down the stairs. Down the stairs again. But also up the stairs. Off a cliff. Hit a ferry. They're gone. Where'd they go? Maybe they went and found the king. Into the pit. Leave this to us. You go save Princess Zelda. I hate to admit it, we're just no match for those beasts. Okay, they did, actually. Don't worry, we'll protect the king. You have to go save Princess Zelda. If I were to join you, I fear I would only be a hindrance. Please, Link, you must find a way to save my daughter. Okay, but neither of you have shiny rocks. Back up the stairs. Out of the dungeon. You have a kinstone? Didn't think so. Is there a Minish living in here? It totally is. Let's go check that guy. Hey, that guy. Shiny rock? No shiny rock. That's not where I want to go. Back to Lon Lon Ranch. We'll go to Vale Falls from this side. See if we can use kinstones with the last waterfall guy. Gosh darn it, Legolas knockoff. Well, now we're gonna go see if we can fuse kinstones with a dead guy. For some place that they actually do put kinstone fusion results, it would be nice if it were easier to access the Royal Valley area. Okay, up, left, left, up, right, up, double check with Dompe. Nothing from Dompe. Nothing for Spookter. Or that might actually be Spectre. Nothing for Gina. Right. Well. Through the Royal Crypt it is. I feel like I've been lied to. Man's not here. Breaking your Triforce pots. Rest in peace, old man. Okay, so the guide's incorrect about that particular little detail. Because there's no way to access King Gustav outside of cutscenes. And we're really sure we've checked all of the... Okay, well, you definitely didn't have a fusion earlier. But at least we've gotten one. Maybe if we just... walk in and out a bunch? Oh. Okay, there's gotta be a more convenient place to do this. Anyone? Find a shining rock on the floor? Anyone? Behold one man's descent into madness. Behold my alarm enough. Maybe it only resets when you leave Castle Town. Something like that. Somebody please give me a single shiny rock. I'm begging you. I just want one more. Come on. No. Post office? No. Oracle of Ages? No. Sim City? Are you a construction worker? Because you are building. Maybe Stockwell can only fuse kinstones if you talk to him from behind the counter? no idea what's going on down there. Did I talk to you? Unhelpful. I am begging you. Please. One shiny rock. Sir. Sir. Can I get a... burger? Any of y'all got shiny rocks? You found one since I last talked to you? No? That's fine. That's fine. We're fine. Nothing's not fine. Grandpa, I need you to have found another shiny rock. Grandpa has not found another shiny rock. No one in here, right? Yep, nope. Mary, you has anything? Nope. None of you has anything. What's going on? Nobody in here. Definitely gotten all the Kinstone fusions before, and I don't recall having this much difficulty with it. Maybe that's in part because the difficulty I was dealing with was the figurines. It is possible that I will need to step away for a minute to get a motivational dessert. It is also possible that it's a good thing I don't have anything actually going on tomorrow. Because I'm not leaving until I've 100%ed the game. We still have the entire final dungeon. Postman? 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 Sorry. Still weird that you can't roll in that house. Okay. We're just gonna follow this. "11-year-old post and see where that leads us. Alright. Hooray! So the one that immediately stuck out to me from this post, I'm gonna take a shortcut, is the Minish in the hole here around where we put the green kernel bean. Hello. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Golden Torizo, for your post on the Minish Cap game tax. forum 11 years ago. It's kind of funny that it's just right down here. Oh good. Our wallet's maxed out again. Okay. We've gotten all the kinstone fusions now. Are there any fusion results that we have not picked up? No. We've got everything. Let's actually... got that real feeling. Tingle. You've used each and every last Kinstone. Way to go, Mr. Fairy. You can claim this Tingle trophy as your own with pride now. Hooray! So now instead of our Kinstone bag, we have a Tingle trophy. We can still check our Kinstone bag there. But, you know, shiny. Okay, we're missing half a heart. Let's stop by this fairy fountain. The nice thing is, between bombable walls and kinstone fusions, there's a fairy fountain in just about every major area. Darn it. No! Well, I believe there's another fairy fountain in this fountain. If we don't find a heart in this grass. Yep. And we can get out that way. This did not save us any time. Okay. I'm gonna go make myself another cup of tea and get myself a brownie. I'll be right back.
Hey everyone.
I'm back. I didn't get tea, but I did get a brownie. For the record, I still love this game. I will readily admit that the completion process for it is kind of a pain. And particularly given the figurines, I would not recommend it to someone who doesn't have save states and rewind and all that. Now, let's storm the castle. Slow. Perhaps your sword could reflect the blasts coming from these statues. I think this game is probably why I like this type of puzzle so much. I mean, I struggled with these a lot as a kid. With the number of times that I've said that in this game, I think the reasonable conclusion to draw is that I was not very good at games as a kid. Okay. But I mean, who is good at games as a kid? It's funny, there was a point in my childhood where I had much more time to get good at games. Okay, get out of the way. Rude. This one remains tricky. Yeah, the chances of one spin attack getting everything where it needs to be, practically negligible. Might actually check the guide on how it recommends to do this. I genuinely don't remember a consistent solution. Okay. The guide says I'm doing it right. Well, I didn't get hit this time. I don't remember struggling with this one this much in recent times I've played this. I was late on that one. I also don't know that facing down is the way to go. Yeah, down seems to be not the right call. At least our gauges charge fast. Yeah, that was late. It really does feel like I'm missing something. Which again is a weird feeling to have for a game I've played a double-digit number of times. But really? gonna do the ridiculous way again. Sure. There we go. Anyway, after making that one interaction way harder than it needed to be, fight time. Anyway. Grab the compass in here. Take a bite of my brownie and ice cream before the ice cream completely melts. It's been kind of an off day in general, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised that this is also carrying that trend. But it is a shame, because I want to show what is one of my favorite games in the best light possible. But I also have to acknowledge its flaws. I will admit, the Great Spin Attack does kind of feel like a cop-out answer to just about anything involved in combat. I feel like I mentioned this the last time I played through Minish Cap on stream, but don't understand why those cannons are present. Look at that, a problem the Great Spin Attack didn't solve. This room. This sure is a room. Okay, that went much smoother than expected. But yeah, these cannons, they can't hit you while you're flying. They shoot under you. I don't know why they exist. Yeah. Whoops. Well, there was one. Can you get out of here? This is why I solve everything with a great spin attack. Granted, that's one of the only puzzles in this game that wants you to split that you actually can solve with a great spin attack. Ah. Okay, we've got a red portal now, so we can get out. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea for us to step out and use that fairy fountain. Is the fairy fountain on the other side? Their utter lack of peripheral vision is kind of impressive. Yep, hi, thanks. Honestly, I don't know what you're doing at this point. When people in town have noticed that things are going to heck, you'd think? Ah, yeah, that's fair. Okay, well. You know what, we're just gonna do it the intended way. Potentially. Plus, that feels kind of cool. Okay. These are rather ominous rooms, for little discernible reason. I forgot that we were so close to that room. Oh, another ominous room. Hello. So, every flavor of Dark Nut in this game can be stunned with bombs. But the higher level they are, the shorter the duration of their stun. Okay, yes. These are the other 4 locked blocks in this game. It's a little funny that they bother to have It's a little funny that they bother to have the two portals. When you're fighting two of them at the same time, the main thing is that you don't want to be cornered. It definitely can come off as random flailing, but because they're designed to be defensive, constantly pressuring the Dark Nut can stop it from being offensive. So there are multiple strategies for dealing with it. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with this section of the room again. But note that we can only go clockwise around this area. I suppose that's also a point. Baiting them into attacking you okay, that one can also be solved with spin attack, and it's way easier to do it that way. Well, that was effective. I believe that pit is just there to inconvenience you if you get lit on fire. Yeah, Gibdos. And let go. Anyway, that cost me 3 1/4 hearts. But now you know. It also meant that I actually do visit every room in this dungeon. Hey, look, it's the red portal. Hey, look, it's these guys. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it does seem like it's more effective to kind of bait their attacks rather than Right, Dragon Gum. Those tend to be some of my favorite enemies to fight in the Zelda series. Simply because as another enemy armed with a sword and shield, Darknuts have always felt like one of the most even matches. Well, I'm probably full on arrows and bombs now. Yep. Hoping there was going to be hearts down there. And I think that's just a key point of designing both difficulty and interesting puzzles in a game, or interesting encounters, rather. Duck back in there to see if that heart gives us another heart. Yep. The top left and bottom right are always going to give you a heart. I've already solved this room, but now there's an enemy. Anyway, it's a critical part of difficulty and encounter balancing to consider how the enemies compare to the player. I always like being able to throw out the magical boomerang and just hit a sequence of those. Is this the room I'm thinking of? Sure is. There are wall masters here. And fire bars, because they love those in this place. That went better than expected. Okay, it actually does make sense that the majority of these are, or that all of those are arrows. Ah, more Gibdos. I would rather not be hugged right now. At least not by mummies. Note that hugs from mum and hugs from mummies are very different things. Wow, we took 2 hits from that. Interesting. Anyway, let's go heal that back up. I say as though we aren't going right through the spark room again. Alright. We got the big key. We use it to open big doors. Let's drop a save. There's something here that's interesting. Also, I like how we can see the sanctuary corridor below us. You are persistent, aren't you? So, you've come to stop my little ceremony. Well, you're too late. A mere 3 more chimes of the bell will bring the ceremony to its end. And with the 3rd toll of the bell, I will become like a god. And your precious Princess Zelda will be nothing more than cold, dead stone. There's no time. Quickly, Link, to the roof! So that is not an efficient way to take those out. Did you hear that, Link? Hurry! There are only 2 chimes left. That always just feels so good to do. So, something to note here. Another bell is tolled. Just 1 more chime and all our work will have been for naught. As you can probably tell, those 2 bells were timed to when you enter the room. You can take as long as you want in the prior 2 rooms. This room is the only one where you are actually on a time limit. And who, boy, is it one. So, I want to show what happens. In the interest of providing a complete picture. Three of the powerful Dark Nuts. It's a heck of a challenge. I mean, again, I am trying to run out the timer. But I don't know how long it takes. It's long enough that I definitely failed it on accident multiple times as a kid, but I don't think I've ever failed it on accident as an adult. I don't want to take out this last one, because I believe the timer stops when you take out the last one. Okay, this is actually substantially more time than I remember. I'm beginning to wonder how I messed this up as a kid. I mean, I had a much harder time fighting these guys as a kid. Link, no, it can't be. The bell's rung for a third time. Ooh. Ouch. On that dropping back down to 3 hearts thing. I bet they actually put these sparks in exactly for that purpose. So you can take them out and get full health. Okay, so we're going to skip through this first part. Note that there's a better strategy there. Okay, I'm gonna get out my remote bombs just for insurance. Remote bombs in particular work wonders here. Well, thanks for the mysterious shell. Okay. I don't want to risk taking the time to heal up. Just a few more moments and the ceremony would have been complete. You really are obsessed with stopping me, aren't you? Very well. Not yet drained all of the light force housed in Princess Zelda, but what I have should suffice. I shall be transformed, unstoppable. Let me first attend to the pesky worms who would trifle with me. Down we go. I will have no more of you interfering with my plans. Let me show you true power. Eh. So, this first phase we have circling eyes, We have more teleport spam than a Kirby boss. We start to have these clouds of darkness applied to the eyeballs. Which is where the Gust Jar comes in handy. I didn't think we were going to get through that quite that quickly. Well, you seem to have some fight in you. I commend your bravery. But you will not survive this. I am filled with a power that you cannot begin to understand. Do you think that puny sword will save you from me? Hey, now it looks like 4 swords. So, in this form, as we can see, Vati has little eyes. Dude really has a thing for eyes. And we have to shoot them with arrows to reveal which ones are currently vulnerable and which ones are not. They will only ever be in pairs on the corners, and they will only ever be on adjacent corners. So you can't have 4 that are spread out across Vati or like distant corners or anything like that. Really likes filling the arena with spikes, dropping rocks on you. Doesn't do any contact damage, but he really doesn't need to. You can set up so many other things that do. Okay, we're still not quite there. Top left corner again. So it's the back this time. He does do contact damage when he's getting all zappy. Interestingly, what is this madness? I have the power of a god! I have unstoppable might! How could I lose to a child? You did it! Impressive. Now, quickly, we must break the curse on Zelda. So Link, now that you have the power of the Force Sword, you must return Princess Zelda to normal. Yeah, I was trying to. Link, thank you so much for saving me. When I was turned to stone, I saw visions of you, as if in a dream. It looks like the curse has been broken. I'm glad we made it in time. No, the castle's collapsing. Too dangerous here. Quickly, we must escape from the castle. The door's blocked. We have no choice. Head back to the sanctuary. So, an interesting thing here. Vati in the Four Swords games is known to be a wind sorcerer. Okay, we can do another couple of rounds to get the rest of our bombs and arrows. Vadi's known to be a wind sorcerer. But in the fights we've had with him in the last few minutes, he's used fire, he's used lightning, he's dropped rocks on us. You will not escape, boy. Now you will see the true power of the Light Force. For I have become Vati, the master of this world. Seem to do much there. But we can use the Cane of Pachi. Oops. To... Okay. Rude. We can use the Cane of Pachi to kind of dislocate his shoulder, I guess. No, flip it out of its socket. Can't pick up parts when I'm like this. Okay, you play a mean defense, buddy. Get out of the way. And if we disconnect his shoulder, guess I got it. Go in, take out the one red eye. Doesn't matter what we have equipped now. Because we gotta reflect stuff. Because we have to be... Because we have to be a horizontal line, we do not want to split while he's casting electricity. Because we'll just get hit. He's being very nice today. Yeah, that was very nice. Ooh. Light Force. My power. I had such power. Link, thank goodness you're safe. You defeated Vati. You were so brave. But we've lost so much. Castle? All those people? This curse. Beating Vati seems to have broken the curse he cast upon me. Allow me to introduce myself to you, Princess Zelda. My name is Eslo, Master of Minish lore and sorcery. The Mage's Cap was my creation. but its limitless power has caused nothing but trouble for your kind. Is there any way you can forgive me? I know many have fallen, and much of the castle has been destroyed, but it is too soon to give in to despair. The curse on me is broken, and Zelda still possesses some of the light force. Perhaps together, we can do something to make things right. One with a just heart wears this cap. Things can be made right again. Princess Zelda, let your wishes be made real. Rocks, no. Also, that is one more blue Tectate than ever existed in this game. Look, the castle. All the people who had been turned to stone. They're all back to normal. That is falling apart. It's overflowing with the power of life. That has the power to turn the thoughts of its wearer into reality. Bhakti's heart was filled with evil, and that was reflected in what he became. But it seems that Zelda's pure heart, coupled with the hat's power, has created a miracle. Looks like the time for us to part has come. The Minish door opens but once every century, and soon it must close. I must leave you both now, and return to my homeland. I know I've caused you much suffering. The Evil One's power has withered. The power of Princess Zelda herself has restored the light to Hyrule. Well, Link, my journey with you has been exciting, to say the least. In fact, I'm more than just a little sad that we must part ways now. Please, accept this. You know, I've never actually seen you wearing a cap until now. It suits you, little hero. Take care. Farewell, my friend. Oh, that's Minish Cap. We're not quite done, but here's our first go at the credits. I've said before, and I'll say again, I adore this game. I am absolutely biased. I got a Game Boy Advance SP, the red one, for my birthday when I was, I want to say 8? And after I opened presents and all that, we went to Toys R Us, and my parents said that they'd buy me a couple of games. I initially was looking at the Lilo and Stitch game, but they encouraged me to get something that would last me a little longer. So I picked up... I had seen a friend playing this game when I went over to his house one time, I think for a birthday party. And so I knew I wanted this one. And I picked up Lego Knights Kingdom. And we pushed for a third game in the form of Namco Museum because my mom wanted to play it. Honestly, I sucked at most of the things on Namco Museum. But this game thus did Link's quest come to an end. But surely this is not the end of Zelda and Link's adventures in Hyrule. The legend will continue. As long as the power of the Light Force echoes throughout the ages. We want to save. Of the games that I picked up, I mean, Namco Museum, you can't really beat. It's a collection of Namco arcade games. Knight's Kingdom, I honestly don't remember much about. I'm not sure whether I still have it or not. I know that I sold off several of my old games when I was like early teenager. Unfortunately, I actually did sell my childhood copy of Minish Cap. At the time, I figured I'd have it on the 3DS through the Ambassador program. Hey, I've been waiting for you. I've got something new to show you. It's our final series, my friend. Check it out. Want to try to draw one now? Yeah. We'll just go all in. I'm fairly certain we've got plenty of shells. This is my favorite figurine in the game. Let me just make sure. Okay, I have less shells than I thought. There are 6 new figurines. Nice. Anyway, I can't check to see whether I still have that Knight's Kingdom game right now, because my old games are in the box that my microphone sits on. to this day, I have the password for 100%. Nice. In that Knight's Kingdom game. Memorized. I don't remember how long it took me to beat that one, but Minish Cap is the first one that I remember playing all the way through. I'm fairly certain at this point that the only ones we're missing are gold. So if we don't get a gold egg, I'm just gonna back up. Nope, there's a gold one. Ati Reborn is the first form. Obviously, they weren't going to give you figurines of the final boss before you got to see him. Oh, did we get another new one? No. Minish Cap is the first one I remember beating, and that makes it the first game that I ever actually owned and played through. All this is to say that I am extremely biased in favor of this game. And I always will be. Again, I am not unwilling to recognize the game's flaws, because it definitely has those. But thought he transfigured. Just put in every shell we have, which only barely gives us a better result. Anyway, note that I wouldn't call Minish Cap the best Zelda game. Oh, wait. There we go. No way. Congratulations. You've collected every single figure I've ever made. I'll keep a good eye on your collection on the shelf here. And here, I want you to have this. It's the Karlov medal to commemorate your copious collection. I hope you treasure it always. So now, we have the Karlov medal. And the Tingle Trophy. We'll come back and look at our figurine collection and go through all of the descriptions at the end. But there's someone we still need to pay a visit to. I think we've accomplished a pretty huge feat. Anyway, I think it's something that a lot of people get confused. That saying something's your favorite means that you think it's the best. And that's not true. Let's get through this dialogue.
Welcome, Goro. Oh, what a tiny Goron you are. You make this big Goron happy with this unexpected visit to my distant home. Oh, what's that you have there? Is that by any chance a shield? Well, among us Gorons who know well the taste of steel, they're considered a fine delicacy. Little Goron, please, Goro. Let me just nibble on the corner, would you? I'll give it back to you just as soon as I've had the tiniest taste. Won't you please just let me have a bite? Lick? A tiny crumb? Sure. But, little one, if I eat it, you will no longer have a shield. Do you mind? No, it's okay. Really, Goro? Thank you. Goro, I'll dig right in. Nom. Oh, delicious. Has a deep, rich taste surpassing even the greatest praise I've heard. Oh, just a few more bites, please.
Right. There's a difference between saying something is the best and saying it's your favorite. Being your favorite doesn't make it automatically the best. It just means it's the one you like the most. Everything here plays out as though we had never entered this room. So, I'm not going to read the dialogue this time, because we've already been through all of it, some of it twice. Wow, we took care of the Black Knight first. I believe there's some implication in the figurine description that while there are multiple of every other type of Dark Knight in this game, there is only one Black Knight. But yeah, nostalgia plays a strong role in my fondness for this game. But I don't feel like that invalidates it. Will I ever be able to see this game through an unbiased lens? No. No, I will not. I absolutely understand if the flaws that we've seen today would prevent someone from enjoying it. Get that. I really don't think that it has a lot of glaring flaws that come into play if you're not trying to complete the game. Remember that whole teleport spam thing that wasn't really substantiated by our first attempt? Yeah. Rude. I think the biggest criticisms that I see for Minish Cap are that it's short or that it's easy. And those two things are both true, being completely honest. I mean, even getting 100% completion and going at a very relaxed pace this has only taken 8 streams, which average around 2 hours apiece. 2 to 3. And while that does involve some shenaniganizing, how did we hit that one? Well, that did involve shenaniganizing the figurines and We're really just the figurines. Okay, it's really not my fault that you are genuinely walking into arrows. But yeah, that puts this game completion going slowly at somewhere in the 16 to 20 hour range. Particularly for a Zelda game, and particularly compared to the recent Zelda games, and even the contemporaries, Wind Waker being notable. That's not long. I think it's shorter than Link Past. And unlike Link's Past, it only has 6 main dungeons. My ear is really itchy. Anyway, 6 main dungeons. which I think is the least out of any game in the series. Even Zelda 1 has none. And frankly, granted that I have played this game a double-digit number of times, we've only gotten the game over because I was deliberately trying to run out the clock to show a non-standard fail state. It's not hard, but what am I doing? While the Souls-like fans may disagree, and yes, that's a stereotype. There are people who like difficult games and don't play Souls-likes. Souls-like is kind of a dumb and arbitrary genre title anyway. Game genres are wild. But see, this is the kind of nonsense he usually pulls. How did that work? Rude. I should not have finished setting that up. Okay, well, fair enough. I don't know that it actually matters how much you hit him. But yeah, the thing is, games don't have to be difficult to be good or worth your while. If you're looking for a challenge in anything other than your patience, this isn't the right place to look. But it's a great game. And in a lot of ways, I feel like it encapsulates the (2D) Zelda format, so to speak. It has everything that you would want. All of the standard elements of a 2D top-down Zelda game in a small, approachable package. The Link's Awakening remake on Switch has given it a run for its money. I still advocate for this game as the best entry point to the Zelda series. Will it warm you up to play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? No. They're completely different games, and frankly, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are both substantially distinct from the rest of the franchise. But you could go from Minish Cap to Ocarina of Time, to Link to the Past, to Wind Waker. Would they play exactly the same? No. But you'd get the general idea of what Zelda is. I mean, I have introduced someone to the Zelda series through Minish Cap. She's played several more of them since then. And if anyone's curious, I have no idea what I would call the best Zelda game. Frankly, I tend to prefer the top-down Zelda games to the 3D Zelda games. That's just a matter of personal preference for me. I know that they're not as popular. They're not as approachable. Or at least, they're not as broadly appealing. For some reason. I don't really know why. I think it again has to do with the bias against handheld games. That a significant swath of players never gave dedicated handheld systems the time of day. And that's a loss. I mean, not only do you miss out on Minish Cap, Link's Awakening, the Oracle games, but, well, Pokemon is the one series that people would get handheld systems for. But the top-down Zelda games, Fire Emblem, so many fantastic Castlevania games. There are great games that are only recently or still haven't come off of handheld exclusivity. So, all of this is an extremely long-winded way to say, if you have Switch Online with the expansion pack, play this game. It's not a huge time investment. It's not a huge difficulty spike or any of that. Frankly, Minish Cap is probably the easiest game in the series. Barrier of entry is low. And even if you don't have the expansion pack, if you just have Switch Online, play Link's Awakening. Play the Oracle games when they come to the platform. If you've never given the top-down Zelda games a chance, or if you've never given them a chance besides Zelda 1, Link to the Past, do yourself a favor.
Oh, delicious. That was excellent.
Thank you so much.
Now I finally know the legendary taste of a shield, and I'll happily fulfill my promise. Let me just spit your shield back out again. Goro? It seems your shield has changed shape a little as I was chewing on it. Oh, but it's fine. It's still a shield after all, just a slightly differently shaped one. I think. Well, I have to go now. Goodbye, Goro.
This is why it's a matter of personal preference for me to maintain the shield we got from Zelda all the way at the beginning of the game. Because now... Oh, interesting. The Mirror Shield actually also has an animated HUD icon. But now the Mirror Shield is that shield. And just to kind of demonstrate it, it doesn't actually reflect the projectile the enemy shot, but if it gets hit by a projectile, it shoots a beam. Is there ever any need for it? No. You can't even get it until you beat Vati twice. It's practically an Easter egg. Particularly compared to the light arrows and the magical boomerang. Or even the remote bombs. Though, before we get to the figurines again... Oh. I love my dad. Let's hop into this, now that we've finished the game. Well, it's good to know that our spin attack with the Force Sword can just take out P-Hats without needing to worry about the leaves. We're gonna do this a couple more times. Because again, I just really like this. Yep. But yeah, for one thing, I wanted to show it totally works on Wiz Roads. It doesn't take him out in one shot like it does for the Octoroks, but still. Work on the fire and ice. Works on the fire. That might have been too close. Yes, it does work on both. Uh-huh. And since it just fires a beam in whatever direction you're facing, you can use it to fight other enemies with enemy projectiles. That was close. I'm not sure why they sometimes just fail. I wonder if it's a sprite or animation limit thing. I'm gonna do this a couple more times, because I know that there's a setup for this that includes Dark Nuts. Or at least Dark Nuts singular. Ah. Yeah, at this point, the Great Spin Attack is just a defense mechanism. But we're definitely seeing some different patterns than we had before. I'm not sure how many there are. I'd say there probably can't be more than about 10 by the time you reach the end of the game. But I don't know. And as we've seen, some of them are single wave, some of them are multi-wave. No. No. I don't think we ever got frozen by the Ice Wizards. Because they really don't show up a lot. The Fire Wizards are more common. We'll do one or two more. Why must I suffer? Wizards sure dropped fairies in. Well, that was rude. Hey, that's what happens when we get frozen. It's really not much more than a minor nuisance. But it does hold you in place and enemies can hit you. And I think it takes longer to break out of than things like the Gibdos or the genies grabbing you. One more, then we'll move on. Well, you're not looking to prove me right today, I guess. I want to say that the only attack that can just pierce a shield is the charge, like, lightning thrust attack from the red and black Dark Knights. There we go. Okay. Well, we didn't find a enemy pattern with Dark Nuts. But acknowledging my tendency to spam the Great Spin Attack, Minish Cap actually does have some of the most in-depth swordplay in the series, which is funny. Definitely of the 2D games. I think it's the only one with sword techniques beyond the spin attack. And the dash attack. Anyway. Let's look at the figurines. Number 1, Capless Link. A young boy who lives in Hyrule. He's close friends with Princess Zelda. 2, Eslo and Link. A young boy on a quest with Eslo to restore the Four Sword. With the sword's power, he hopes to remove the curse on Princess Zelda. Number 3, Princess Zelda. A bright and cheery princess from Hyrule's royal family. She loves to sneak out of the castle to visit her good friend Link. Number 4, Eslo. A strange creature that looks at first like a cap. He speaks roughly and treats Link like a child, but he actually really likes Link. Number 5, Sorcerer Vati. When the young Minish donned Eslo's magic cap, he took this evil form. Now he searches for the light force in his quest to become all-powerful. Number 6, King Daltus. The King of Hyrule. Reported to have been a fine swordsman, he appeared in the Picori Festival tournament as a youth and fought to a draw with Smith. Number 7, Minister Potho. The supporting pillar of Hyrule. He is also in charge of Princess Zelda's education, so when she goes missing, he gets frustrated. Number 8, Smith. The finest swordsmith in Hyrule. As a young man, he was a great swordsman. He and King Daltus are friends and enjoyed a pleasant rivalry as youths. Number 9, Mayor Hagen. The mayor of the town of Hyrule. He's a big collector of odd masks. He's built a shelter into his garden just in case monsters ever attack Hyrule. Number 10, Marcy. second in command at Hyrule's post office. She's mellow and laid back, entirely unlike the high-strung and easily excitable Stamp. Number 11. Stamp. A busy, hard-working postal employee, although he can be a touch edgy. The stamp he uses is his own personal one, so please don't borrow it. Thanks. Number 12. Rem. The proprietor of Rem's shoe store. Using his secret technique, he makes shoes in his sleep. Princess Zelda is his single biggest source of income. 13. Dr. Left. A gruff-talking academic type who is obsessed with studying the Picori. He doesn't seem to be aware that they're actually living in his own house. 14. Karlov. A sculptor of finely crafted figurines. Many consider him the best sculptor in all of Hyrule. He enjoys collecting mysterious shells. Number 15. Orlov. Owner of the chest minigame shop. Karlov's younger brother. He detests gambling, but he's made the biggest gamble of all. Entrepreneurship. Number 16. Stockwell. The handy neighborhood gear seller, also called Stockwell the Well-Stocked. He complains that he's been too busy lately to see his dog, Fifi. Number 17. Simon. His mysterious dungeon simulation game is very popular in Hyrule. It gives players the illusion of fighting real monsters in real dungeons. Number 18. Gorman. He wants to rent out his house in town, but he's too overbearing to attract a tenant. He doesn't even seem to realize what the problem is. Number 19. Anju. This young woman tends to her cuckoos in Hyrule Town. If you help her gather her loose cuckoos, she'll give you a reward. Number 20. Brocco. Hyrule's vegetable vendor. He sells fine produce. He also argues constantly with a fruit vendor, Pina, over the health benefits of vegetables. Number 21. Hina. Hyrule's fruit vendor. She hates vegetables, so she won't even sell tomatoes, even though they technically are fruits. Freak. Number 22. Beetle. Though he is an adult, he is very good at finding Picolite made by the Minish, and he is very, very convincing about their healthful properties. 23. Postman. A very serious mail delivery man. He continues to make every delivery right on time every day. Number 24. Krenel Hermit. A hermit who lives on Mount Krenel. He has lots of kinstone pieces. He brags that he won the festival tournament when he was younger. Number 25. Monster Lady. A weird old lady living in Percy's house without his permission. She doesn't want you to turn on the lights. She might actually be a... Dompe. She's probably not a Dompe. Number 26. Dompe. The gravedigger at the cemetery. They say he has the power to speak with the dead. He fuses the kinstones he digs up with the local ghosts. Number 27. Gustav. Royal Spirit. The spirit of an ancient king of Hyrule who wishes to secure peace in his land, from beyond the grave. Who is very fond of the people of the Wind Tribe. Number 28. Syrup. A wizard who lives in the Minish Woods. She sells magic items with odd powers. She's looking for an apprentice to whom she can teach her mystic spells. Number 29. Great Butterfly Fairy. The Great Butterfly Fairy of Minish Woods. She provides you with a larger wallet, allowing you to carry more rupees with you. Number 30. Great Mayfly Fairy. The Great Mayfly Fairy of Mount Krenel. She provides you with a larger bomb bag, allowing you to carry more bombs with you. Number 31. Great Dragonfly Fairy. The Great Dragonfly Fairy of Royal Valley. She gives you a larger quiver, allowing you to carry more arrows with you. Number 32. Percy. A poet who lives in Western Wood. He comes home from a long journey to find his house occupied by an unwanted guest. Poor guy. Number 33. Nehru. She's looking for a house in Hyrule to move into. She's descended from a line of oracles at the land of Labrina. Number 34. Aurora. She's looking for a house in Hyrule to move into. She's a very helpful person, but people take advantage of her kind nature. This really bothers her. Number 35. Din. She's looking for a house in Hyrule to move into. She's a famous dancer from the land of Holodrum. Now that's an interesting one, because I guess I don't remember. It's been a couple years since I played Oracle of Ages, so I don't remember whether Nehru in those games was a descendant of oracles, or if she was the only one. If that's the case, it's interesting that this Nehru is implied to be a descendant, but Din is implied to be the same character. Who knows? Number 36, Joy Butterfly. A rare butterfly said to bring happiness to those who catch it. If you see one on your journeys, try to grab it. Number 37, Gina. A strange genie who wants to fuse kinstone pieces, which is somewhat peculiar for a monster. She has a lot of pieces, so keep on fusing. I think that and the Krenel Hermit figurine are part of why I thought that the two of them had way more pieces available. Number 38, Astari. A Minish living in Minish Village. He speaks some human languages. He sees the Link as human with one look. He's a bit of a human enthusiast. Number 39, Gentari. The Elder of the Forest Minish. He's lived among humans for a long time. He knows where the four elements are. He has a twin brother in Hyrule's library. Number 40, Forest Picori. Not visible to the eyes of adults, they delight in making humans happy by hiding helpful items and rupees under grass and rocks all over the world. Number 41, Librari. This town Minish Elder is Gentari's twin brother. Those large wings that he's so proud of are trophies from a duel with a Kuko as a young Minish. Number 42, Town Picori. These Minish like humans so much that they moved from Minish Village into Hyrule itself. They try to make humans happy, but it sometimes backfires. Number 43, Malari. He lives with his 7 apprentices in Mount Krenel, which contains all the mineral riches they'll ever need. He seems gruff, but he's trustworthy. Number 44, Mountain Picori. These 7 students followed Malari from Minish Village to Mount Krenel. Their song is actually a sign that they are full-fledged mountain Minish now. These Picori figurines are interesting because it kind of implies, well, it outright states, that the town and mountain Minish moved from Minish Village in Minish Woods, where Eslo implies that the connection to the Minish world is the doorway in the courtyard of Hyrule Castle, which would imply that they'd all come from there. I don't know, hard to say. This is a Game Boy Advance game, so they didn't really elaborate on the lore that much. Anyway, 45. Goron. These rock and iron eaters once lived on Mount Krenel in western Hyrule. Now their numbers are few and they live quietly in a cave. Number 46, Minish Bati. Before he became a sorcerer, he was a simple Minish. He'd always been entranced by the evil that lives in the hearts of men. Number 47, Vassals. These vassals serve the King of Hyrule. They are loyal and diligent. Like the king himself, they are courteous yet frank. Number 48, Library. The Royal Hyrule Library. Although the library is well loved, many forget to return their books, causing no end of trouble for the librarians. Number 49, Blade Brothers. All of these self-trained swordsmen have won the fighting tournament at the Picori Festival before. They see great potential in Link. Number 50, Wheaton and Pita. This couple bakes bread in Hyrule. Their tasty pastries hold a secret. If you're extra lucky, there will be a helpful item hidden inside. Number 51, Fun Day School. This is where all the children of Hyrule learn. Link and Princess Zelda study here too. The two teachers are twins named Tina and Dina. Number 52, Mama's Cafe. This is the best place in town to relax. You can also pick up some good tips from the latest gossip to observations about the world. Number 53, Happy Hearth Inn. This generous inn gives a gift to every guest who stays the night. Guests can unwind in the lobby on the second floor. Number 54, Zil and Friends. Zil's the one with the drippy nose. He likes to wander around town with his friends. He knows a lot about Hyrule, and he might even give you some tips. Number 55, the Carpenters. These carpenters may be rough around the edges, but they do good work. They may seem tough, but they're in touch with their feminine side. Number 56, Young Couple. Romeo and Julieta grew up next door to one another. They're dating now, but they plan to marry once they get their pet's approval. Number 57, Peaceful Hyrule 1. Karlov's Peaceful Hyrule Scenery Series number 1. Number 58, Peaceful Hyrule 2. Karlov's Peaceful Hyrule Scenery Series, number 2. And number 59, Peaceful Hyrule 3, Karlov's Peaceful Hyrule Scenery Series, number 3. Number 60, Tuco. With a boisterous crow and a cute crest, these feathered friends are the most popular pets in Hyrule. The baby chicks like small bugs. Number 61, Lon Lon Ranch. This small ranch lies just outside Hyrule Town. Father and daughter team Talon and Malon run it, and they sell the finest milk in Hyrule. Number 62, the Wind Tribe. The people who built the Wind Ruins. They now live above the clouds, suspended by their own magic ability to control the wind. Number 63, Gregel and the Ghost. An old man plagued by an evil spirit. Coming to his aid will bring you benefit in the end, so if you meet him, you must find a way to help him. Number 64, Tingle Siblings? Tingle in green and his twin younger brothers Ankle in purple and Knuckle in blue. They believe fusing kinstones will help them meet fairies, so they're recording kinstone data on their maps. David Jr. is not technically a relative. Number 65, Eenie and Meanie. The Hyrulean vegetables grown in their fields are exquisitely delicious. Apparently, Bracco sells the best of their crops. Number 66, Goron Merchant. This Goron appears when you successfully fuse certain kinstone pieces. He'll sell you expensive but rare kinstone pieces. Number 67, Spookter and Spectre. Ghosts from the Royal Valley. The one in the blue cap is Spookter, and the one in the red cap is Spectre. Spookter tries to be scary, but he's just not. Number 68, we're on to enemies now. Slugula. Appears in Minish dungeons. They drop from the ceiling unexpectedly. They're slow, so take your time and defeat them one by one. Number 69, Scissors Beetle. Appears in Minish roads and dungeons. These monsters have sharp mandibles. Hit them when they shoot these away. Avoid their attacks to get in close. Number 70, Moldworm. Appears in Minish roads. They come out of the ground when they sense prey. If you get swallowed, you'll take damage and get all dirty. Number 71, Spiked Beetle. Appears in dungeons, covered in hard, spiny shells. Few attacks work on them. You have to flip them over to hurt them. Number 72, Igor Statue. Appears in Castor Wilds. They move when you put an arrow in their eye. No other attacks work. You can always just let them pass. Number 73, Business Scrub. Appears in caves, etc. Normally stay underground. They'll pop out and spit seeds at you, but if you get to know them, they're not so bad. Number 74, Armos. Appears in the Wind Ruins. Built by the Minish for the Wind Tribe long ago. They look like stone statues, but if you get too close, they move. Number 75, Keese. Appears in various areas. These bats live in dungeons and caves. Their movement is unpredictable, so use ranged weapons from a safe distance. Number 76, Keaton. Appears in various areas. This thieving fox preys upon travelers and merchants. He may not be strong, but he'll attack very quickly. Number 77, Genie. Appears in the Royal Valley, etc. These dark beasties are attracted to light, and if they attack you, they may suck your life away. Number 78, Gibdo. Appears in the Palace of Winds. These mummies keep coming at you when you attack. It's better to fight them from a distance if you want to avoid damage. Number 79, Rollabite. Appears in dungeons. His hard shell protects him from swords, but once he rolls into a ball, you can use the Gust Jar to draw him in. Number 80, Spark. Appears in dungeons. They cling to walls and move quickly. Normal attacks may not work, but the boomerang is pretty effective. It's also interesting that a very select few phrases in these figurine descriptions are actually colored text. That boomerang text is very slightly redder, and some of the facility names, like Simon Simulations, were in a slight blue tint. So that's interesting. Anyway, number 81, Dark Nut. Appears in Castor Wilds. These armor-clad soldiers are tough. Use your shield and rolling skills to find an opening in their defenses. Number 82, Red Dark Nut. Appears in the Palace of Winds. These Dark Nut commanders are strong. but if you relax and wait for your opening, you can still defeat them. Number 83, Chaser. Appears in dungeons. They move quickly to chase you once they spot you. Your shield will block them, but keep on your toes. Number 84, Rock Choo-Choo. Appears in Vale Falls. These tough Choo-Choos wear rocks on their heads. The rocks protect them from damage, so you'll have to find a way to knock the rocks off before you'll be able to destroy them. Number 85, Moldorm. Appears in various areas. These guys move quickly and randomly. Trap them in a corner and take them out quickly. Number 86, Door Mimic. Appears in the Royal Crypt. They look like doors, but they're really traps. If you get too close to one, it will fall down on you. Number 87, Peahat. Appears in Mount Krennel, etc. These strange beasts hover on propeller-like leaves. You can pull them out of the sky with your gust jar. Number 88, Elmasaur. Appears in various areas. Their fronts are protected with metal masks, but their backsides aren't. Pop off that mask for an easy battle. Number 89, Wallmaster. Appears in dungeons. If these guys grab you, they'll send you back to the start of the dungeon. Dodge them as they fall, then attack. Number 90, Floormaster. Appears in dungeons. If these guys grab you, they'll send you back to the start of the dungeon. Watch out when he attacks with others. Number 91, Acrobandits. Appears in the Eastern Hills, etc. 5 of them pop out at once. If you smack each one as they pop out of the ground, they're a piece of cake. Number 92, Babam. Appears in dungeons. They often gather in groups in narrow areas. Once activated, they go a little crazy. Take them out with arrows. Number 93, Bombarosa. Appears in dungeons. They float in the air and explode when touched. Walk carefully and you may escape unhurt. Number 94, Like. Appears in caves, dungeons, etc. Don't let them grab you. They'll eat your shield if they hold you long enough. Swing your sword to escape. Number 95, Rupee-like. Appears in caves, dungeons, etc. This Rupee-like has a rupee dangling from its headstock. This clever lure attracts greedy and delicious heroes. Number 96, Rope. Appears in various areas. They'll come straight for you if they spot you. Just swing your sword when they charge at you. Number 97, Boulder. Appears on Mount Krennel, etc. I don't think they appear anywhere else in the game. These huge boulders come crashing down from cliff walls. They fall in a random pattern, so watch your step. Number 98, Ball and Chain Soldier. Appears in the Palace of Winds. They're not fast, but that iron ball is a bruiser. Try to hit them after they swing the ball. Number 99, Spiny Beetle. Appears in various areas. They hide under common rocks and grass. Be careful because they can pop out when you least expect it. Number 100, Spear Moblin. Appears in Minish Woods, etc. No, they don't. They rush you on sight. They also block head-on attacks with their spears, so circle around to attack. Number 101, Bow Moblin. Appears in various areas. They fire arrows at you on sight. Block these with your shield and then close in to attack. Number 102, Cloud Piranha. Appears in the sky. They swim through clouds like fish in water. Attack them in that brief moment when they pop out. Number 103, Bulldozer. Appears in Minish Roads, dungeons, etc. There are red and blue ones. They may look small and weak, but their hard shells make them formidable. Number 104, Pesto. Appears in Minish Roads, dungeons, etc. There are red and blue ones. The blue ones are stronger and throw things down on your head. Number 105, Puffstorm. Appears in Deepwood Shrine. These mushroom beasties scatter spores all over dungeons. When their caps are red, they're invincible. Number 106, Wizrobe. Appears in the Palace of Winds, etc. They fire magic bolts from afar. Hit them when they appear so they don't cast another spell. Number 107, Fire Wizrobe. Appears in the Palace of Winds. They wield fire magic. Hit them when they appear so they don't cast another spell. Number 108, Ice Wizrobe. Appears in the Palace of Winds. They wield ice magic. They're weak against fire, so attack with fire for a quick battle. Number 109, Wisp. Appears in dungeons. They float in midair. They won't hurt you, but if you touch them, you won't be able to use your sword for a while. Number 110, Octorok. Appears in various areas. There are red and blue ones. They've appeared in every Zelda game to date. They spit rocks, so be careful. I want to say that that still holds true. The only game I can think of that they might not have shown up in is Twilight Princess, and I just don't remember on that front. Number 111. Golden Octorok. Appears in, well, we're not sure. The legendary Golden Octorok. It can't be confirmed, but they're said to shoot chunks of pure gold. Number 112. Golden Tektite. Appears in, well, we're not sure. The legendary Golden Tektite. Its basic attack is the same, but it has much more power. Number 113. Golden Rope. Appears in, well, we're not sure. The legendary Golden Rope. It's much more aggressive than the normal ones. It will attack you on sight. Number 114. Crow and Takuri. Appears in various areas. The black one is Crow. If you touch Takuri, it will steal rupees from you, so be careful. Number 115. Lakitu. Appears in the sky. They float on clouds. They don't move, but they do throw lightning bolts. Steal their clouds with a gust jar. Number 116. Stalfos. Appears in dungeons. Blue ones jump and red ones throw bones. See what happens when you remove their heads with a gust jar. I forgot to ever show that. Number 117. Beetle. Appears in various areas. They appear under rocks and grass. If they grab you, you won't be able to move. Swing your sword to get away. Choo-Choo. Number 118. Appears in various areas. Choo-Choos come in many colors. Each color is a little different, but ranged weapons work well against all. Number 119. Tektite. Appears on Mount Krenel, etc. They move by jumping long distances. Their movement can be unpredictable, so attack them when they're still. Number 120. Trap. Appears in various areas. A trap with sharp blades. Some are triggered by nearby intruders, while others follow a set path. Number 121. Lever. Appears in Wind Ruins, Vale Falls. These baddies move freely underground when attacking. You never know where they'll pop up, so keep your shield raised and at the ready. Number 122. Matterpillar. Appears in Deepwood Shrine, etc. This caterpillar moves in a zigzag pattern. If you hit him on the nose, he gets upset and starts running around. Number 123. Spiny Choo-Choo. Appears in various areas. These Choo-Choos project spikes from their bodies at the first sign of danger. Try a well-placed bomb. Number 124. Big Octorok. Appears in the Temple of Droplets, frozen solid by the power of the water element. He's been frozen so long that his hunger is unbearable. Number 125. Bjork Pair. Appears in the Palace of Winds. Females are larger than males. They fly around the Palace of Winds, preying on adventurers. Number 126. The Goron. This is a legendary Goron with a body bigger than a mountain. This Goron is so big, in fact, that no one has ever seen all of it at once. 127. Big Green Choo-Choo. Appears in Deepwood Shrine. A perfectly ordinary Choo-Choo. Though not much of an enemy usually, they're terrifying to anyone Minish-sized. Number 128. Gleerock. Appears in the Cave of Flames. A Gleerock with a hard, rocky shell found in Mount Krenel. Hiding in lava, this beast spews fire on everything it sees. Number 129. Mazal. Appears in the Wind Ruins. Constructed by the Wind Tribe to repel intruders. This sturdy machine cannot be destroyed by any external force. Number 130. Big Blue Choo-Choo. Appears in the Temple of Droplets. An ordinary blue Choo-Choo. Fighting him while Minish-sized is daunting, but just try to avoid that electric attack. The Big Blue Choo-Choo is the last figurine that's available before you finish the game. As such, it's the last one that you need to collect to get into that house and get the last piece of heart. Number 131. Zelda and Link. These two became fast friends because of Smith and the King of Hyrule. Zelda wishes that the sometimes unreliable Link were just a wee bit stronger. Number 132. Minish Eslo. The Minish Eslo before he was cursed by Vati. He's a famous Minish sage. Even among Minish inventors, he was renowned for his amazing creations. Number 133. Black Knight. Appears in Dark Hyrule Castle. This is the strongest Dark Knight, with a good balance of attack and defense. They will do anything to stop you. Okay, maybe it only kind of implies there's only one. I believe that the Black Knight figure is the only one that directly mentions Dark Hyrule Castle. Which makes sense, since you can get all of the other figurines before you ever set foot in there. Number 134, Vati Reborn. The Sorcerer Vati took this form after draining the power of the Light Force from Princess Zelda. The evil beams from his eyes are devastating. Number 135, Vati Transfigured. Once Vati's body has been shattered, this dark form rises up, all that remains of the evil sorcerer. Only the Sacred Four Sword can defeat him. Finally, number 136, Vati's Wrath. This is the embodiment of purest evil, the final form of the power-mad Vati. Its mind is consumed with a hunger for destruction. Find its weakness. So that is all of the figurines. I figure that there aren't too many places that have actually cataloged all of them in a video, so there we go. With that said, that does wrap up Minish Cap. I've got a couple of related one-offs that I'll be doing for the next couple of Tuesdays. And then we'll have another secondary project afterwards. And we'll be playing more of the Mega Man 1 through 6 BizHawk Shuffler on Saturday. So look forward to all of that. Oh, and planning a co-op stream with my younger sibling on Thursday. At some point. So look forward to all of that. That all said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Good night, everybody.